Welcome to the platform once again. It's great to be back on your screen. It's the US Open, the last Grand Slam of the tennis season and tennis calendar. You know, as we do it, Australian Open gone, French Open, the Roland Garros gone, and then Wimbledon in England also gone, and now we've got the US Open coming up, and I'm looking at previewing the chances of Emma Raducanu as she comes face to face with Sofia Kenan, and obviously these two tennis players have been having difference in fortunes with respect to preparations coming into the US Open, and let's look at a little bit of what Tennis 365 captured the preview of the game. They said, who is Emma Raducanu's US Open first round opponent? Sofia Kenan can relate to Brit's struggles after Grand Slam success. Yeah, report by Oli Dixon Jefford. Yeah, so let's quickly look at some aspect of his report on Tennis 365 website. Who is Emma Raducanu? So, much like Emma Raducanu, Kenan has struggled to recapture her best form after winning a major title. As you are aware, she won the Australian Open in 2020. Let's look at some lines of going into this encounter, both are coming with a down 10 of form, and probably it's going to be an interesting encounter because the Emma Raducanu fancy her chances against Sofia Kenan, who also has struggled with form and a little bit of injury, some injuries some time back. 3 years ago from now, let me read the Dixon Jefford article. 3 years on from her US Open triumph, Raducanu is still looking to make her way back into the game on a permanent level and faces a tough start to her campaign versus fellow Grand Slam champion Sofia Kenan. As you are aware, both have won Grand Slam before. Kenan's story is not too dissimilar from Raducanu's. She can relate to the struggles of life after a surprise slam win. Ahead of action in New York, we look at the Americans' journey, rise up the sport. Yeah, we look at Sofia Kenan, as you are aware, she's an American. Emma Raducanu is a Brit. She's from Britain. Yeah. Rise up the sport. Kenan was a leading tennis prodigy for several years, working with famed coaches Rick Mackay and Nick Bollettieri, and spending time with Kim Clijsters, Jim Courier, and Venus Williams as a young girl. In 2015, she reached the Junior US Open final and reached a high of second in the ITF Junior World Rankings, and it wasn't long before she began to make her mark in the senior game. After receiving wildcards in the 2015 and 2016 US Opens, losing in round one on both occasions, she made the third round as a wildcard in 2017. Kenan beat 32nd seed Lauren Davis and qualifier Sasha Vickery to reach the third round, where she impressed despite tasting defeat to Maria Sharapova, the sexy Maria Sharapova. She ended 2017 as the world number 113, but was ranked world number 52 by the end of 2018, making her maiden appearance at the 3 Grand Slam events. Yeah. Grand Slam champion. 2019 was a significant breakthrough year for the American, who reached the first 4 WTA finals of her career, winning 3 of them. She made further headlines with a big win at the French Open. Yeah, 2019. She won the Grand Slam in 2019. Sorry, I said 2020. Yeah, defeating Serena Williams in round 3 to reach the second week of the major for the first time. By the start of 2020, she was the world number 14 and was seeded 14th at the Australian Open, reaching her first major quarterfinal where she beat Ons Jabeur to reach the last 4. Kenan was a significant underdog against world number 1 and home favorite Ashley Barty, but stunned the Australian to reach the final and down Gabi Muguruza to relift the title. Sorry again. She won it in 2020, so I was right. For Grand Slam, she won the Grand Slam in 2020. Yeah, sorry. That was quickly followed by a 5th Australian Open. She won the Australian Open. That was quickly followed by a 5th and currently last title in Lyon last March before COVID struck and the tour shut down. Yeah, so as you are aware, she's also having had her struggles. However, she remained in good form when the tour resumed, reaching the second week of the US Open before making a second Grand Slam at the French Open, beaten by Iga Swiatek. Ongoing, so Kenan has struggled to consistently make a mark on tour. She lost in the second round of her Australian Open title defense, and after falling out of the top 10 by the end of 2021, fell even further during 2022. Ongoing injury issues, as I told you, she's had struggles with injuries too. Ongoing injury issues saw the 26-year-old fall outside the top 300 at one point, withdrawing from the French Open. Withdrawing from the French Open and Wimbledon and ending the year as the world number 235. Eye-catching results in 2023 seem to suggest a resurgence. Kenan defeated Aryna Sabalenka at the Italian Open, and after coming through qualifying, shocked Coco Gauff in round 1 of Wimbledon. The American also made the semi-final of the WTA 1000 event in Guadalajara and reached her first final in almost 3 years in San Diego, falling to Barbora Krejcikova in 3 sets. However, she has been unable to build on that throughout 2024. Kenan has been dealt some rough draws, losing to Iga Swiatek in round 1 of the Australian Open and Wimbledon, but has just 8 wins to her name in singles action with 20 losses. She reached round 3 at the French Open, but has just one hard court win to her name in the build-up to Flushing Meadows, reaching round 2 in Cleveland after opening losses in Washington and Toronto. After finishing the 2023 season as the world number 33, Kenan has slipped back to world number 54. Raducanu is still the lower ranked of the two, but there is certainly an opportunity for her here. Yeah, so Raducanu is looking at this contest. Raducanu, as you are also struggling a little bit, but hopefully the break, as he said, she had some a pre-tournament conference, one of their press conferences, and she said she's optimistic of her chances, and let's hope our Emma Raducanu will propel in this. As you are aware, 2021 she won the US Open when she started as a qualifier, defeating Leila Fernandez in 3 sets in the finals. Yeah, and so this is a slam that she's supposed to do well, but because of inconsistency and deep in form, Emma Raducanu has not been living up to the expectation of her name. But off the court, she's been cashing big time and getting big endorsement from Evian, British Airways, so many of the brands there, and the Vogue, to mention but a few. So hopefully this is an opportunity for Emma Raducanu to re-cement her legacy in the tennis. And I was not forgetting, we have the likes of Coco Gauff, last year's defending champion there, Iga Swiatek, Aryna Sabalenka. Ons Jabeur has pulled out as a result of injury, and so we see what will happen in the men's draw to Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz. Jannik Sinner is having issue with controversial positive test that he had on banned substance, of which he admitted that wasn't intentional and wasn't his mistake. As a result of that, he fired his trainer prior to the start of the US Open. So many controversies happened because some time back, Simona Halep was banned as a result of testing positive for banned substance. And so I find it difficult, people find it difficult to see how it's becoming difficult for some stars from some other Western countries to be banned, as you are all always aware of the rumors saying of alleged favoritism of some nationalities. So Novak Djokovic has had to go through some misfortunate treatment as a result of this, on the court, and recently during the COVID era, he was prevented from competing after the restrictions were lifted, competing at the Australian Open. As you are aware, he's from Serbia, and as somebody said, if he were to come from United States, UK, Italy, or the top 7 industrial countries, G7, something it would have been waived for him. As that's how some people look at it anyway. But regarding my opinion, I think I will have to reserve it to myself. I wouldn't want to bring my opinion to bear, but I'm just analyzing what people feel and the level of injustice going on in the tennis, just as is done to other players. I also felt that Jannik Sinner should be banned for at least a year, if not 2-3 years, to serve as a lesson, so that next time he wouldn't blame his trainer for something that will happen in respect to what goes into his body. Yeah, this is where I draw the curtains down on today's edition. As you are aware, we do also tennis. Most especially, I would subscribe on YouTube if this is your first time, and then follow on Facebook at Fauzan Miller HT, and then TikTok at Fauzan Blues, and then all my pages, everything possible, Fauzan Sports. Thank you very much for spending your golden opportunity to be with me on this analysis. Cheers. Love you guys wherever you are. Bye-bye.